Everything's going away.
Stay close, move fast.
He might get slightly AR gapped and mechanics gapped here, but I mean, Basilisk is very strong on his day. There's a reason he's been in so many Onzos. There's a reason he constantly gets to finals on the 5-digit iteration of it. But we'll have to see whether this Unk got one more left in him. Will we see the classic Basilisk shake? I think we already are starting to see it come out a little bit. There's one other thing this guy's known for. It's for shaking like a madman. And the map gets underway. And Basilisk is already shaking like crazy. Can we get a shift tap? Thank you. Yeah. Kermit is not having the greatest time either. I think Basilisk is just unprepared for this map. Might be sight reading. Because I don't actually know how active Basilisk is anymore. Kermit has found his stride, winning quite comfortably. Basilisk just looks so nervous on this map, man. Might have to settle down for the future maps. 'Cause, I mean, Basilisk, despite his shape, I think in theory should be pretty good on one of the hard rocks. Kermit does find the break on a slider, but I mean, Basilisk, you're seeing his tapping weakness come out on this map. On these extended stream patterns, he just falls behind towards the end. Yeah, it's looking like a burst point for Kermit. Probably slightly lower than he would have wanted, but you're seeing the combo from him, showing he does have the comfort to be able to at least play this map somewhat. Finding 2 extra note locks, but it doesn't matter when Basilisk just has no real combo or accuracy to contest. As you're seeing, he's also shaking a lot. The Basilisk classic. And that is a first point for Kermit on the board. How does Basilisk respond? Now, from Basilisk, I'm expecting something like no mod 3, maybe even no mod 4. There is an angle for DT1, but I don't think he'll opt for that. And I don't think Basilisk particularly wants to play the hiddens, but he has been willing to slum out 50Ks on hiddens just to try and get the bread. And you're seeing it happen right now. He picks hidden 2, hoping that Kermit just plays it worse than he does, I feel. Hidden 2 is a 160 BPM, kind of a reading check in some ways. It's got flow alt with hidden, some cut patterns. It's definitely, in some ways, it's easier than Hidden 1, like mechanically in my opinion. But you need to be comfortable on Hidden to be able to play this map really well. And if you get distracted, you can just drop an entire like tapping pattern and increase your miscount by 10. As we get into the map. Now, my gut feeling says Kermit should not be completely disabled on this map, which does make it kind of scary, but we're seeing a very early miss. That's not what you want to miss. If you think you're not going to get a good score, you kind of need to hold every inch of combo you can. Basilisk's dropping a little bit of act, but Kermit dropping even more. Now, we do see a miss from Basilisk in the top right corner. But, I mean, the trades are coming out in full force. The faster tapping patterns catching Basilisk off. And now Kermit has a lot of combo built up, but his accuracy is slightly too low. But with that break from Basilisk again, Basilisk just has no combo to really contest, but Kermit keeps dropping the act, and with that break, now Basilisk has the combo back, and I mean, Kermit feels combo gaming like his life depended on it, but he is stuck at 83%. With that miss from Basilisk, though, his lead stops accumulating. Kermit has a window here, he needs to hold on. Another break from Basilisk, the score lead flips. Only a quarter of a map left. Kermit's accuracy is keeping this a lot closer than it should be. And with that break, another break from Kermit, it's a note lock into a chain miss. Now Basilisk has a slight lead. He just needs to hold on for a little bit longer, but he lets it drop. And with that trade though, that trade favors Basilisk. Another chain miss from Basilisk though. Now Kermit has a very slight combo advantage with that break. Yeah, we're seeing a secured point for Basilisk there. You could see the main difference between these two was comfort versus mechanics. Kermit was a lot more comfortable mechanically on that map. You saw it in his much bigger combos he held. The main problem was, I mean, Basilisk just looked so much more comfortable playing that map. I mean, his accuracy is a whole 10% higher, nearly. His gamble paid off though, and Kermit just could not really make anything work. But we're seeing DT3 now coming out. This will be the speed check. In some ways it's kind of TT1 coded in a traditional 20. This is just 250 BPM bursts with light aim requirement. A very good pick for Kermit. Basilisk isn't a slouch on tapping, which does make this slightly scary, but I think he's kinda too washed to be able to play this. But Basilisk has combo games in maps like this before. He's done it to me, if you look through the clips. But both players are ready, we'll get into it. We'll have to see. Yeah, you're just seeing immediately. Basilisk, I think, is slightly speed gap by this map. And okay, looks like he's starting to find his groove. Maybe he had something wrong with his setup. Because I mean, now he looks like he can actually play it. Kermit, kind of in the 95x slumps, but back. But yeah, I mean, Kermit is showing a lot more comfort than Basilisk overall. Basilisk, I think his intro is still kind of griefing him. I feel like something there he just wasn't ready for. And I mean, Kermit's accuracy could definitely be higher, but he's holding together a really strong combo that Basilisk can't really contest. And I mean, Basilisk you kind of see on these longer tapping patterns. He's just not comfortable at all, whereas Kermit, this is probably just too slow for him. You know, he needs to be AR 10.3. He finally drops combo, but he's done more than enough here. I think he's gonna top out at close to 700k, if not higher. Yeah, that's a secured point yet again for KermitNuggies, making it 2-1 now. And now it's Basilisk's turn to respond. Does he opt immediately for Hidden 1, or does he go for something more his speed? I think Hidden 1, the mechanics requirement might be slightly too high, but he does opt for it. Basilisk's choosing Hidden in the big 2026. Now, Hidden 1, AR 8.8. I think it's 200 BPM, might be 190. I'm not like a crazy knower. But it's kind of an aim density check. It's kind of an awkward aim check. And I think this is again banking on the fact that Kermit's just not very comfortable on maps like this. And we immediately get into it, and already Kermit has missed. Basilisk has immediately traded out with a chain miss, but you're kind of seeing Basilisk's angle here. It's kind of the battle of the cripples. Because, I mean, Basilisk traditionally is kind of terrible at hidden. And now Kermit makes it out of an intro with superior AC and a slight combo lead, but I feel like this map is definitely at its hardest in the intro. It'll favor Basilisk, I mean Kermit. But you're seeing right now a lot of breaks on thin air for Basilisk. Kermit does finally trade it out, but we're gonna have to hope that Basilisk finds his comfort soon. I think he's just getting a bit mechanics gapped here. Whereas sure, Kermit definitely cannot play this proficiently, but he's at least hitting the filler, which is what really matters in a matchup like this. And all the Basilisk believers, you need to start hoping that he finds his groove somewhere, because I think even 200 combo on this map would be a crazy amount for these players, as we're seeing constant breaks coming out. A big chain was from Kermit, but it does drop his AC a lot. And Basilisk is starting to get a slight lead. Those unfamiliar with his game should know him for attempting to get these 50k versus 50k hidden wins, and Kermit is one to break on the filler now. In fact, in my first ever ONZ5D, me and Basilisk did play Hidden 2 once, and it was 81k versus 80k. He's not afraid to get down and dirty. I think every point of AC here is also going to matter. And I mean, Kermit's dropping AC a lot more consistently now. I think some of the reading comfort is starting to show. As we get into another DI. And slight combo lead for Kermit, but I mean, he's going to have to hold on a bit more. And he can't quite do it. And I mean, the score differential is still actually quite small. Like, one heroic combo could make or break this map. Basilisk dropping a lot of AC. Kermit is in a position to take advantage. He has 100 combo. He just has to hold on. It's coming back so slowly though, and with that break. Now Basilisk has a slight amount of combo built up. The shakes are coming out. And you're seeing on this ending, Basilisk managed to build up even more. I think this score lead might actually be unassailable short of a Kermit FC on the ending. And it turns out, Unk might still be reading GOAT. I feel like he's done it. With that chain miss from Kermit, yeah. Basilisk manages to win both the hiddens, coming together a lot better on the ending. At the start, it was actually quite scary. But Basilisk managing to claw together a nice little 160k to tide him over Kermit, getting him 2 points on the board. But now Kermit can respond. There's still another DT map left open. Or does he want to opt into some hard rock? But no, he goes no mod 1. He doesn't want to opt into the DT2 just yet. No mod 1, Send in Life. I think this could be kind of scary. Basilisk, I feel like, isn't traditionally known for his no mod 1s. But, I mean, he has a 400 on, like, some Sotark's aim map. So I feel like this isn't, like, a complete wash for either side. It really depends whether Kermit can play this kind of map when he's nervous. Because in theory, Kermit's aim mechanics are just so far ahead of Basilisk's, it's not funny. But it doesn't really matter on a 6.2 star. It's just about your consistency, your nerve control. And we'll have to see how both these players fare. Get into Send in Life. And Basilisk has already dropped a lot of back on the intro, but it's very early days. So it shouldn't matter too much. We'll have to see if it's a recurring pattern or not. I do feel this is one of Kermit's riskier picks, though. I think this is more picking off of his own comfort rather than looking for a weakness in Basilisk. And we're about to ease our way into the first Ki. No breaks so far, but we might be about to see one. Probably the first real jump spike. But both players looking just fine so far. And it's actually Kermit to find the first break. We have a little ending spike coming in those 1-2s, but Basilisk hits it just fine, and Kermit's obviously not happy about it. But now Basilisk knows he has a combo advantage. Can he bank it though? Because Kermit is now completely at the mercy of Basilisk. But the thing is, Basilisk gets so shaky, it's a hard ask for him to FG this map. All Kermit can really do is hold through these patterns, not let the bad mental get to him if he mental booms after that miss. Because, you know, the map's never over until it's over. Get into the next jump spike, and yeah, Basilisk, massive chain of misses there. He flow aims one of those jump patterns. He's bagged a little bit of a score lead, about 50k. But he's finding more misses, and Kermit is starting to build up again. He just needs to hold on. And he finds the miss right as he's about to overtake Basilisk, though. They're both missing the trades and making this neck and neck. The ending's probably the hardest part of the map, though. Every miss will matter. They see the scores. Kermit's gotta be kicking himself. He looks so nervous. But Basilisk is also starting to show a bit of that classic shake that he's so well known for. He needs to hold together. It's only 10k in it, but look at his aim! He's shaking all over the place. He's starting to do spinners and finally drops a slider. The score lead's about to go back to Kermit. Another break and Kermit has the score. He just needs to hold on for a little bit longer. And I think he's done it. Basilisk's nerve control really just getting the best of him here. Kermit is looking to close out this ending. He does find a miss, but too little too late. And by a very narrow margin, right down to the wire. Kermit takes his own pick, not dropping a very scary point against Basilisk. And now Basilisk has the pick. And that's a crucial point for Kermit. I feel like No Mod 1 is one of the gamble maps Kermit had to win. Because after DT2, I feel like Kermit runs out of maps where he comfortably can display his mechanics. Now, Basilisk instead choosing to opt for No Mod 4. We'll have to see how this goes. No Mod 4 is probably mechanically the easiest map in the pool. I feel like Kermit can probably play this, so this might be a bit of a scary pick, but both players are ready. This is your slider reading map, so AR 9.3, it's got some tricky to read sliders, which actually makes the map somewhat hard to tap on time, because the timing on the sliders is not the same as the timing on a comfortable jump map, like we just saw on No Mod 1. But if Basilisk wins this, I feel like he's secured at least tiebreaker, because he does still have No Mod 3 available to him. There has to be a reason he's not picking it, 'cause I feel like that's just a map he wins on. You know, this map is a very scary pick. I think this is another angle where he tries to abuse Kermit's lack of familiarity on a map like this. As we get underway, Kermit's actually holding his act together quite nicely, with Basilisk finding the first miss. Another break from Basilisk. It's not what you want if you're a Basilisk fan. Kermit's starting to find lots of act drops, but he has the combo on his side. That's all that matters. But he does finally find the break. I think he mistapped those kick sliders. And now his accuracy is going to come back to bite him. That's the trade-off you make on a map like this No Mod 4. If you're choosing to drop act, you need to hold that combo. Or else your score just gets kneecapped. And Basilisk was in the position to punish Kermit's break. Another break from Kermit, trade by Basilisk. The score is still so close. It's just Kermit's accuracy that's holding him back on the scoreline right now. We're already about 2/3 of the way through. That break from Kermit, Basilisk has a little bit of free combo to build up. Basilisk is looking to bank this one home. Does find a break. There is an opportunity for Kermit, but he's gonna have to hold. The score lead is coming back though. With that break, Basilisk secures No Mod 4. A quick pick, but again, you're just seeing Basilisk being more comfortable on maps like this, where his reading really shines through, being such a well-versed and long-lived player. And with that, I feel like we could be seeing the start of a tiebreaker. It's Kermit's pick. He has Hard Rock 2, he has DT1, he has DT2. It's really questionable what this guy goes for. What? Did my client just die? No, there we go. Thank goodness. And we're not seeing DT2, actually. I'm surprised by that. I feel like DT2 would probably be Kermit's best pick in this scenario, but he's going for DT1. I feel like both players can play this somewhat well. I feel like DT2 is just such a heavy reading abuse angle. I mean, Kermit can actually play 10.3 pretty damn well. He's one of the better high AR players here. But no, DT1. He needs to win this point desperately, because No Mod 3 is still open. This is kind of a snap ult map and kind of a DTA map at the same time. 270 BPM. It has a lot of extended snap ult patterns, quote unquote, which do lend a bit of that DT aim element on the tapping, for sure. And it's a classic story in the intro so far. I mean, Basilisk is just holding a slight act lead. He can actually play this. That's what I was scared of. I mean, we do see the first miss come out from Basilisk, but he is no slouch on this map. Another break though. Kermit trades it out. He's got a slight lead. Very fragile. Another break from Basilisk though. Traded by Kermit again. There's nothing separating these two players. With that break from Basilisk, Kermit has a slight combo lead built up. Looking to take this one to the bank, it looks like. Basilisk just on his heels still, but the combo lead's building and building with that break from Basilisk. I feel like Kermit might have done just enough. He just needs to not fall apart. Yeah, I mean, Kermit looks like he's found his groove on this map. At the start, it looked really scary. I mean, Basilisk is showing he can actually play this map. Finally getting reading gapped on the ending. But Kermit's superior mechanics shining through in the end. Yeah, I mean, that's another point for Kermit. Basilisk has one pick left, and I don't see why he doesn't just go for no mod free right here, right now. Unless he genuinely cannot play it. If he doesn't opt for no mod free, I imagine he's just going to pick Hard Rock 2. But, I mean, Kermit is obviously not comfortable on AR9. And he obviously is not comfortable on the kind of ult in no mod free. So, yeah, we're seeing the no mod free come out. This is where it gets kind of nails. Symphonic Love Rearrange for all the VN enjoyers out there in the world. So all players are now ready. Kermit is looking to avoid a repeat of what happened last year where an old 5-digit player took him to TB and narrowly won. Actually, the guy streaming this match, Rarf, did that. And now it's looking like Basilisk wants to repeat that feat. But it's Basilisk who finds the early break at first. Kermit does quickly trade it out. But both players actually look quite uncomfortable on a map like this. And this is already looking like it might be kind of scary. I know Basilisk has played AR9 ult pretty well in the past. Of course, it's always a bigger ask to do it on a dime in match. It's a long map though. Slider break from Basilisk on nothing. Kermit's actually starting to build up a bit of a combo lead here. Basilisk is just shaking off some of these notes. Kermit does finally drop. We'll have to see if Basilisk can find his groove. Because right now, I mean, he's really struggling to piece anything together. That break. Chain miss from Basilisk. Oh, and we're getting the cursor readjust. And Basilisk just needs to recompose himself. That chain miss from Kermit's going to help a bit. We still have over half the map left. But this is not looking good for the Ung. He needs to take a deep breath. He needs to find this free combo where he can get it. And Kermit's gonna need to chain miss a little bit more. But he's shaking so much. Kermit looks so much more composed now. I feel like he thought this map would be just a dead end for him. Both players have built up. But Basilisk drops again. Kermit's actually managing to piece something together. Finally finding the miss, but we're gonna need to see some miracle work soon from Basilisk. He's just not being able to find his spot on the map. Another break from Kermit, but again, traded out. Chain miss coming out, but it's just the story. It's just Kermit breaks, Basilisk follows. Oh, Basilisk doesn't hit that pad. It's getting close and close just because Kermit's been chain missing a bit harder. Oh. Kermit does find more breaks on what's in theory the easiest part of the map. Basilisk just needs to hold it together. They're gonna see the scoreline. It's so close. This is to stay alive. He can't maintain his aim control. He's shaking so much. Both players chain missing, and that favors Kermit, who has the slight advantage. We're getting into the ending. It's the last flame pen, both of them chain miss, which favors Kermit. There's only a few thousand points in it. Any misses on this outro could affect it, and Kermit finds the miss. Is it gonna go over? Basilisk does it by the skin of his teeth. 1,000 points. He drags himself over the line in the last dying moments of the map. And that means we will be seeing TB yet again. This tiebreaker decided AR 9.4. The CS is actually quite low, which makes this map a lot more comfortable mechanically than it might seem. It's quite heavy on the slider aim, but the sliders themselves are actually quite nice and comfy. Both players already ready. This starts off with some cut patterns. There's a bit of a sight read check as well. Because the first two sliders after the intro, if you're sight reading, they are quite slider breakable. If you aren't, they're very easy to hit. Then past that, we have some cut quads and cut double patterns. Oh, is the stream? Okay. Is the stream alright? Okay. Raf's internet may be dying, but that's okay. We're back. Are we? We're in the intro. Yeah, Raf's internet dying.
Something you were meant to see.
Basilisk does drop first. Both players are actually doing quite well, but Basilisk misaims his slider. And Kermit is actually managing to hold together pretty well. He's dropping back and he finally drops a combo. Currently the only difference is combo versus act between these two players. I mean, I think Basilisk is showing some slight reading comfort over Kermit. But the combos are just so similarly matched that it's just Kermit's accuracy kind of doing him in right now. He has a slight combo built up, but he needs to stop tapping early on these streams. Basilisk's dropping 50s, but he's holding his own small combo. The ult section should be coming up pretty soon. That break from Basilisk. Kermit, if he can hold through this ult section, which he can't, it's actually been a pretty good spot, but so far it's looking neck and neck. We We get into the somewhat cut doubles ult section. Both players actually hit it. In my opinion, that's the hardest part of the map if you're nervous. And now both players have found their groove again. They've built up some combo. The X have somewhat evened out. Oh, Kermit does find a break! And they're gonna see that. Kermit is probably not going to be happy about it. Basilisk knows he's in such a good spot, he just needs to hold on. The Kermit can do nothing if Basilisk just keeps building and building. He's getting nervous. And he finds both of them a slider break. That's Kermit's window. Kermit is going to have to hold on through this entire ending though. I don't know if he believes in himself enough to do that. But we're getting into it. In some ways this is actually the easiest part of a map mechanically. Basilisk breaks on it. But it's so much harder when you're nervous, as we're seeing both these players are just dropping on it. More breaks. Basilisk has managed to build up 30k score, and I feel like he might have just done it here. Kermit's really gonna have to hold on to save his life. Neither player getting caught out by the slowdown, but I mean, it's just the outro now, and I think Basilisk has done it. Yeah, with that break from Kermit. Basilisk managing to get what is on paper an upset on a very close match. I mean, a few thousand points on the no mod free. In fact, 1,500 specifically. The difference between these two in a very, very close match. But Basilisk manages to get through it. And a nail biter. I mean, look at no mod free. It came down to 1,400 points. And I think that tiebreak was just decided off of reading comfort. Sean. Yeah, Basilisk coming up very close and just managing to secure a repeat of last year. Kermit sent to losers. Now, if I check my schedule, do we have any matches left? We have one match left. 9 PM on a Monday. Meteor versus Mr. Tanjiro Sword. The last map of round of 32. We'll get to see an aim shredder versus a touchscreen guy, because I don't think he's at home right now. So he's playing on touchscreen. But he might beast it out, who knows. But yeah, stay tuned for then. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in a few hours.